sanctuary come there. They're not particularly happy about it. Abbott sent the bus to the Naval Observatory after Kamala Harris said this over the weekend to Meet the Press. Listen to this.
Border is secure, but we also have a broken immigration system, in particular over the last 4 years before we came in, and it needs to be fixed.
We're going to have 2 million people cross this border for the first time ever. You're confident this border's secure?
We have a secure border in that is a priority for any nation.
So she insists on multiple occasions there that the border is secure. But listen to what a migrant from Venezuela who came on one of those buses to the Naval Observatory told our Griff Jenkins just this morning.
Vice President Harris said that the border is closed. Is the border closed? Do you believe that the border is closed, or is it open?
It's open, not closed. The border is open.
The border is open. Do you believe that all the migrants believe that the border is open?
Yeah, everybody believes that the border is open. It's open because we enter, we come in, free, no problem.
How did you learn that the border was open to come illegally? How did you learn to come?
Because we see it on the news that everybody coming illegally. So we also do the same, you know.
So what that migrant said.
We have had this pandemic of cowardice, and people are unwilling to say things, in many cases, that are objectively true. Everyone knows what a man is. Everyone knows what a woman is. There's people who know but are afraid to say the answer. One of the things I hear so often from people is, the world's gone crazy. Why has the world gone crazy? And why has it gone so far? How's this happened? It's happened because most people have let it happen. People don't like it when I say that we have a pandemic of cowardice, because nobody likes to see themselves as a coward. Everyone wants to think that they are brave and they're fighting the fight, but most people aren't. Most people are not being censored by the government or even censored by big tech or censored by social media. They're being censored by themselves. Just like cowardice is a habit, courage is also a habit, and both of them are contagious. When one person stands up, starts speaking out, it encourages other people to do the same.
Was a little bit perplexed when I heard that the president is scrambling to get his cabinet together to try to address the fact that you have governors who are helping to relocate illegal aliens to sanctuary cities. Now, he didn't scramble to get his cabinet together when we had millions of people illegally pouring across the southern border. He didn't scramble to get his cabinet together when you had 53 migrants die in some trailer in Texas because they were neglected by the federal government. You didn't see him scramble to get his cabinet together when we had Americans that were victimized by criminal aliens that he led across the border. You didn't see him scramble to get his cabinet together when we hit record fentanyl deaths, which that fentanyl is coming across his open border. It's only when you have 50 illegal aliens end up in a very wealthy, rich sanctuary enclave that he decides to scramble on this. And so I think what we are doing what we're continuing to do is use every tool at our disposal to insulate the state of Florida from the negative ramifications of his reckless border policies. And yes, that involves helping with transport. It involves suing on catch and release, which we have done. It's involved making sure that contractors are held accountable if they're facilitating this into our state. And we have a statewide grand jury that's looking at different types of practices that may be going on in the state that's exacerbating the problem. And so, the end of the day, this is a massive policy failure by the president. This is a massive and intentional policy that is causing huge amount of damage all across the country, and it's all rooted in a failure to take care that the laws are faithfully executed and to fulfill his oath of office. And so instead of scrambling and worrying about a bunch of rich people and having 50, and oh, by the way, they already bust them out. They're gone. They said we want everyone, no one's illegal, and they're gone within 48 hours. And so why not actually look at what's going on? There were more Acela corporate journalists in Martha's Vineyard today than have ever gone down to the southern border to look what's going on. Why don't you go down there and look what some of those communities have to deal with every day?
Things will go into effect, and people need to be aware of this. It abolishes cash bail for almost every offense. This includes, but isn't limited to, kidnapping, armed robbery, second-degree murder, drug-induced homicide, aggravated DUI, threatening a public official, and aggravated fleeing and eluding.
That last one, that sheriff was talking, I think it's one of them Democrat cities. 2023. Yeah. The Purge.